I'm heading inside Ronnie Scott's, one of the most famous jazz clubs in the world. So many legends have graced this iconic stage over the years, and I'm here to learn about their Yamaha piano. So why don't we take a look inside, meet some of the people behind the scenes, and learn more about this Yamaha piano, which is the heartbeat of Ronnie Scott's Jazz Club. I'm here with Ronnie Scott's artistic director, James Pearson, and technical manager, Miles Ashton. Hey guys, tell me about this beautiful Yamaha CF6 piano. How long's it been here? What was the process in choosing it?
Well, it's been here for about 3.5 years. It's our second CF6, and the process of choosing it involved a sort of trip to Hamburg, and Miles came with me because one of the most important things about the piano being in this particular venue is how it sounds when it's microphoned, when the amplifiers are on it.
So we chose from 3 of them in a kind of, it's a bit like a sort of recital room that Yamaha have in their facility in Hamburg.
Initially I just played it to get used to the sound of it, the smooth sound, and then a lot of jazz pianists like to do repeated notes, you know, like that. Very important, and so you have to check that the action is able to do all that sort of stuff. As a pianist, I spent ages playing it and making sure it felt like a great piano, and of course it is a great piano.
Because it's a very dry acoustic in the Ronnie Scott.
Yeah, it's like being in a recording studio.
And you need the instrument to really give something back, don't you? It needs to be really sonorous.
You do, but also you can be very clinical about how it sounds because you've got all of that detail at you because of the very dry acoustic. So it's a studio style acoustic, which is partly why Ronnie Scott's is Ronnie Scott's. It sounds as good with us sitting in here empty as it does full of people, basically.
Because I personally quite like quite a gutsy action on a piano. A lot of jazz musicians prefer a lighter action, and that's the great thing about the Yamahas is they're quite easy to adjust. You have to find a piano that can, in a sense, suit all tastes. You know, it can't be just a great hard action piano. It's got to have a balance. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
I mean, another thing about this piano is it's got the same action as the concert grand, the CF6, and a lot of pianists specify that they want to play a concert grand piano. Now, actually, in this room, we don't need to have a concert grand piano. It's too big. Technically, the piano action is the same as the concert. So from the piano actual pianist point of view, they're very happy with that.
How often is it played?
It may have a night off if we have a no piano gig, but essentially it's played every day.
Usually by a couple of different pianists.
Yeah, early show, main show, late show. We have it tuned every day. So, you know, when it comes to the time when we're going for a new one and it's 3 years or so old, like it is now, it's been tuned 1,000 times.
It also gets moved around a lot as well because obviously bands have different technical requirements. 1 minute it's on that side of the stage, 1 minute it has to be moved off the stage. And so
you find the CF6 to be really durable and consistent and it stays...
It's been incredibly robust, all things considered. For a piano that's got the dynamic range, plays really soft, plays really loud, you know, what more could you want?
What makes the CF6 unique in your opinion?
The fact that it's the premium concert grand in a little slightly more diminutive size, and for our stage size that's just perfect for us.
This particular piano has got a lovely range of colours you can get out of it. Most jazz clubs have Yamaha pianos because of their versatility.
Yes.
I think it's simple as that.
I'd really love to go and hear it now and go and have a look at it. Do you want to come and show me?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, here it is.
Yeah, indeed.
In all its glory. So people talk about the sonorous sound of this piano and the rich, powerful bass end.
The bass, for example, you know, that's a really very strong, clear sound. I mean, a lot of jazzers, they tend to just, you know, like the sort of Oscar Peterson thing, they often just play a bass line down here. So it's got to sound very sort of smooth but deep. You can actually hear what the notes are, you know.
What mics do you use in a live context?
We use these little, they're magnetic little DPA microphones, and they just stick on and will point wherever you like. So we've got them there on the frame pointing this way. You get all of the attack from the hammer. So we also use a transducer stuck to the frame underneath as well, which helps with the low end and particularly helps with the separation for the monitoring.
There's a clarity there, isn't there, in these Yamaha pianos? I found that in the studio as well, and I haven't had to use much EQ. Do you find
because
that?
the instrument naturally does it. In the context of whether it's in the club or not, this is one of the most versatile instruments. I particularly like the smooth, sort of silky sound that jazz. No, sort of. It's very smooth. That's just quietly. I like playing the piano quietly. But then if you want to just give it a bit more, you know. You can really give it a...
Has a bite to it.
Yeah, or... I mean, that's the difference with the range of the... Doesn't sound distorted. Sounds like you would be playing in a concert hall.
Very expressive.
Some of the jazzers do the old... And that's a nice, actually a good sound when you're strumming.
Yes. Do you ever get any feedback from the artists who play this piano?
Yeah, a lot of the pianists like Jeff Lorber, as I said earlier. He has got a CF6 as well, which he bought because he played this one. He lives in California.
So some people come to Ronnie Scott's and play the CF6 and go away thinking, OK, I want to buy one.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of very positive comments about the sound of the piano.
So Ronnie Scott's must feel like a second home to you, James. Do you feel a personal connection to this piano now?
I very much do, yeah. Being a pianist, I've played the piano since I was about 5. Like greeting an old friend every day, even still now at my age. It's a sort of atmospheric instrument to play.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect Ronnie Scott's, being one of the surviving jazz clubs in the world, as well as one of the most famous, to not have, you know, the best it can get as far as the piano.
Hey Ruben, it's so good to see you. So do you have any particular memories about this very piano?
I actually do. Like, there's a very deep thing with me and this piano in terms of like my career, because Ronnie Scott's is where I kind of made my name.
I know from first-hand experience you like to hit that piano really hard.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a piano that needs to deliver night after night, isn't it?
I may have got a bit of a reputation for really putting the piano through its paces, and especially, you know, this one, when I play at night, I want to make sure it makes a statement when I hit it. It's really important that it, you know, is delivering on the night, you know.
And what's the thing that you most enjoy about this CF6 piano here at Ronnie's?
Well, I feel like it's definitely got a lot of power, and on the flip side, you know, it can be really intimate, you know.
Do you have any other particular memories of playing this piano or seeing artists play this piano that stick out to you?
One incredible memory was seeing Wynton Marsalis here. I think it was Dan Nimmer on the piano.
Yes.
The most amazing thing was they didn't have any monitors and it was all acoustic, and this piano in an acoustic setting, it's the most beautiful thing.
But this one seems to have it all, doesn't it? It's got the top end, the low end, and the mid frequencies. Mm-hmm. And it's as a musician, it's so important to feed off those frequencies, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. I mean, especially like, it can be very easy to get stuck in that beautiful, warm mid-range. But the piano's got so many different sides to it, you know. It's such a perfect energy to have, you know, a piano that kind of spans all of that.
Ruben, it's so great to talk to you and to see you again, and to hear you play.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Wicked.
It's so great being back at Ronnie Scott's and hearing all the stories surrounding this wonderful CF6 Yamaha piano. All the things that they consider for the choosing of a piano, not only for the day-to-day use, but the extraordinary quality that's demanded of such an iconic jazz venue.
starts vibing me. It's Ruben James. You don't be that cool. Just when I met you, couple cuts later, now you're acting like a damn fool, like a damn fool. So ungrateful. I see you with my paper, now you're hugging all the damn fool. It's all good, the money's on you.